What's going on, guys? It's Deathmonkey. Today we're going to be explaining to you how you go about completing all of the awakening challenges for every single hero within Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 2 Season 4. Now, first one you get to play as is Thor. Now, he has a very large hammer that he used to play as part of the Avengers. Now, for this challenge you have to get, first of all, Mjolnir, which is the name of the hammer. So this can be found just south of Salty Springs in that rather large hole in the middle of the ground. It's not that difficult to find, and you should be able to interact with it just by pressing square. Now, once you've obtained Mjolnir, you have to investigate claw marks. Now, these can be found outside Weeping Woods. Now, these are found mainly at the tower, the Green Caravan, which is just to the east of Weeping Woods and to the south of the two main buildings there, and there's another one in the showers room. I think it's I could be wrong. I think it's the men's toilets. Correct me if I'm wrong. You'll find a building at the very south of Weeping Woods, a grey-shaped building, and you should be able to. Sorry, it's a square-shaped building, colours grey. You can't miss it. There should be two doors. It's the right-hand door. Make your way to the back, you should be able to find the scratches on there. The second part of the challenge is to make your way across to the house on top of a hill to the south, I believe, of... Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's to the east or to the south of the Authority. Now you'll be able to find three strangely shaped circles outside that house on the hill, and you should be able to find, just all you have to do is just make your way to that location. Job done. The next part of the challenge is to... I'm not sure if this is part of the challenges or not, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to try and get an elimination whilst swinging your hammer around. I'm not sure if that's part of the challenge or not, but it says that it is, so that's fine by me. And the third part of the challenge is to make your way down to the throne. Now, this can be found to the south of Misty Meadows and to the east of the Disco building. Very southern part of the map, you should be able to find a snowy mountain up there, and all you have to do is just use an emote, which should already be given to you once you made it to that location, and then you'll have Thor completed. Now, the second part of the challenge, if memory serves, was She-Hulk. Now, I'm just going to look through She-Hulk's challenges and try and remember exactly what they were. She-Hulk's challenges were... The next part of the challenges was to play as Jennifer Walters. Now, to unlock Jennifer Walters, you have to be a certain level to unlock her, then also unlock her challenges. Now, for Jennifer Walters' challenges, it's quite simple and straightforward. The first one was to arrive at her house in Retail Row. So this is the building. There's white in colour, it's a very small shaped building, 2 stories, and all you have to do is arrive at the house. It's the white building at the west end of Retail Row, and all you have to do, arrive at the house, job done. Second part of the challenge was to eliminate 3 of Dr. Doom's henchmen, and these can be found at what used to be called Pleasant Park, that is now called Doom's Domain, I believe. And all you have to do is eliminate 3 of those henchmen, job done. Third part of the challenge is you have to make your way over to, if you remember that H-shaped building that we saw, which spelled out the word Noah from the last season, or a couple of seasons ago. All you have to do is make your way into that building. It's H-shaped, obviously, and you'll find quite a load of vases in there. All you have to do is smash one, then perform an emote straight afterwards, then you'll become She-Hulk. Now, that's quite easy and straightforward, guys, and the next one I believe we'll be taking on, if I'm not mistaken, is Groot. Now, for Groot, the first one, if I'm not mistaken, was to plant a flower, or plant a flower on a heart-shaped island, or a seed on a heart-shaped island as Groot. Now, this can be found, interestingly, if you remember that building that's out, there's like a small little hut on top of a building, on top of a mountain, beg your pardon. A small little building on top of a mountain, and just to the north of that, there's like a heart-shaped mountain. And on top of that, you'll be able to interact, as long as you're playing as Groot, to plant a seed on top of the mountain. That's all you have to do, guys. It's quite simple and straightforward. And I'm also going to quickly show you the actual location of Sapling Groot, which can be found in Holly Hedges Nursery. Now, that's pretty much the smack bang in the centre of Holly Hedges. Can't miss it, guys. I'll just quickly show you this footage on screen just to give you a bit of an idea of where this can be found. I want to give a big massive shout out to Reese King, who actually managed to show me its exact location. You'll find it just in the middle of three plant pots. Then all you have to do is interact with it, job done. The next part of the challenge was quite an interesting one, to say the least. You have to emote as Groot at a friendship monument. Now this can be found just to the next to the fortress in the northwest corner of the map, just to the northwest of Sweaty Sands. All you have to do is emote in front of the monument, job done. That's all you have to do for Groot's challenges. Right, the next part of the challenges was to play as Storm. Now Storm, I believe, was unlockable around, I think it was like level 30, level 40 area. And all you have to do, guys, equip Storm as your player and make your way down to the weather station just to the south of Catty Corner on top of the snowy mountain. All you have to do is just visit the weather station playing as Storm, and then you get the job done for stage 1 of 3. Then the next part of the challenge, if I'm not mistaken, was to make your way over to Steamy Stacks, and you have to ride the funnels of Steamy Stacks whilst in the storm, playing as Storm. Now that was, I think I pretty much made a failed attempt at that, but that's all you have to do for playing as Storm. And the third one, if I'm not mistaken, was, now this one, to be honest with you, I found the toughest. You have to visit the Eye of the Storm, or centre of the circle, obviously playing as Storm. Now, you have to visit the Eye of the Storm, playing as Storm, the centre of the ring, if you will. And that'll be honest with you, I've actually found the toughest to do, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, mine ended up as Slippy Swamps. So that's how you got the challenge complete. Visit the centre of the circle, job done. Now, the next one, next set of challenges that I believe you have to do involved going to play as, let me figure this out here, Doctor Doom. So I'll see you shortly. So guys, for Doctor Doom's challenges, the first challenge of 3 was to make your way over to find Doctor Doom's statue at Doom's Domain. All you have to do, guys, is just visit the statue, which is it's in the location of, if you remember that square hut that had a chest underneath it in the centre of Pleasant Park at the time of last season. Basically, replacing that now is Doctor Doom's statue. All you have to do, guys, just make your way, visit the statue, job done. Second part of the challenge was to visit Doctor Doom's throne. Now, and basically this can be found to the southeast of Retail Row, and you'll find like a backward K-shaped snowy mountain. Now, on top of that backward K-shaped snowy mountain you'll find there's like a throne made of stone, and it's in the shape of a seat. All you have to do, guys, I think you just have to visit it. That's all you have to do, guys. Visit that throne. You don't have to do any emotes or anything like that, but I decided I might as well. So that's all you have to do for stage 2 and stage 3, which I found it's easy to be done if you're playing Team Rumble. The third part of that challenge was to get yourself a victory royale, and the second you get that victory royale is to emote. Now, I found this a lot easier doing it in Team Rumble. So obviously there's like a 50-50% chance of getting that victory royale, obviously, if you're playing Team Rumble. It is like I say, it is double in Team Rumble, solos, duos, squads, whatever. You'll be able to do it in any of those 4 modes. Once you get that victory royale, make sure you emote within the time. I think you only get like 10 seconds to emote. Make sure you do it within the time, otherwise it won't count. And that's all for those challenges. And the next one we'll be doing, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is Mystique. So I'll see you shortly. Now, for Mystique's challenges, what we have to do is, it's quite simple and straightforward, these challenges. Stage 1 was to basically enter a phone booth. Now, these are these obviously red London-style telephone booths that you can just need to interact with, obviously put on a disguise. All you have to do is just go inside a phone booth, get yourself a disguise on, make sure you come back out. Then that's stage 1 of 3 challenges completed for Mystique. The second one was to get deal damage with 3 different rarity pistols. Now, I did my gameplay, as you guys can certainly see on screen, with grey, green and blue. I only managed to catch the green gameplay just to signify the challenge was completed, but that is easy and straightforward. I recommend doing that in solos. And the third part of the challenge was to, if I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, that's right, you have to get an elimination playing as Mystique, then the second you get that elimination, do an emote. That's all you have to do, guys. Mystique's probably the easiest of the lot, I would have thought. But then I think we've got one more to go, and that is Ironman. So Ironman's challenges, the first one we had to do was to drive a specific vehicle. I think it was, I can't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head, but all you have to do is you have to drive that specific car 88 miles per hour. So I recommend, not the name of this vehicle, I'll annotate it on screen when I think of the name of it. That's it, the Whiplash. You have to reach 88 on the speedometer driving in a Whiplash as Tony Stark. So all you have to do is get that, drive 88 miles an hour, driving as Tony Stark, job done. The second part of the challenge was to use an upgrade bench. Now in this gameplay I managed to find mine at Risky Wheels. You can upgrade anything you like as long as it's obviously upgradable. I upgraded mine using the green burst AR to a blue burst AR, job done. And the third part of the challenge, which was quite interesting to say the least, is to visit, if you remember Crackshot's house, do you all remember the old Crackshot skin from the Christmas periods? All you have to do is just make your way down to that same building. It's now, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it belongs to Tony Stark, otherwise known as Iron Man. All you have to do is emote inside the building, then that's how you can turn into Iron Man. So you do need to be tier 100 to unlock Iron Man's challenges, just bear that in mind. Now another thing I actually managed to notice during the recording this video is rather interesting. I've noticed if you look very carefully outside Tony Stark's headquarters, for lack of a better term, you will notice there's a few of these rather interesting objects that are glowing and emitting some sort of sound or frequency of sound waves, I'm assuming, or something similar to that. You can see one of these models inside the barn right here. If you look outside, just outside this building, you will notice there's one all set up and ready to go. Now, my only assumption at this present moment in time is it's using these to basically bring, or I could be wrong, or to prevent one of the main antagonists of the Avengers, whose name escapes me off the top of my head. I should know my Avengers, but I don't. But you can see one of these on screen right now. We don't know exactly what it's trying to do, but we'll have to wait and see very, very soon. We can assume it could be possibly leading up to a live event. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, guys. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell to miss any more videos. Next one, guys. Until then, peace out.